We are A Mammoth Task, and this is Freebase Media Co.
I play video games and I kinda got the hang of that. And I top pressurized it's damage, so I don't feel lightheaded and go throw on my lunch. But I'm having a blast, gotta keep my eye on the gas, cause it's going down quick. The papa giving me the clearance, and if I'm going up, it'll be with a bang. Sorry if I ruined your day, I just threw up a little bit. The sky's no limit, I don't want to hurt nobody, just live for the first time in my life. Let's see what this sink into. Like to try to maneuvers before the clock runs out. We'll barrel roll and I'll go. No, stand and call it a night. I'm making captain flying. Wrecking shows like suicide hotline. I don't want to hurt nobody. Just live for the first time in my life. I'm gonna call it a night. Call it a night. I call it a night. Whether it is going to fall, it's not time. Gonna take some passes on them. Let them run. I know another number that the one direction is me. I love the way that he is inside. Working is the no one sees you as his number one. There's a little snow out by the line. What the fuck that's now? Dying in a hospital bed. Sworn by him saying I love you. Being his well press your expiration date. Why you feel to you? Not me. I'm living for the first time in my life.
Well, let's get straight into it and go back to 2012. What are the origins of A Mammoth Task?
So, him and I are cousins. We've known each other for like ever, whether we've known it or not. I think it was around 2009 or 10 we started playing music together in our cousin's house. He was kind of like the link between us. He was like, "Oh, you know, Logan, our other cousin, plays music."
Like, I was always trying to start a band with him.
With our cousin.
Yeah.
It just never like worked out. But then via him, it was like, "Oh, Chris plays music too." And then we started hanging out when we were teenagers and playing Wolfmother songs and doing that whole shit for probably a year or two, maybe.
Well, until now.
Until now, but that phase of just like,
Yeah.
it wasn't really a band. It wasn't really like a fully
There was
thought out
always some
thing
kind
yet.
of intention to like
Yeah.
start something.
But it was kind of like a far off, like someday when we like get a real band together and we're going to play all these shows.
As
and do
little
all these
children,
things, as
right?
like 13, 14-year-olds, as much as you can fantasize about that at that point. But that just kind of continued until 2012, I guess, is really the time when we like got serious, I guess, and we started recording music. I had borrowed some drum mics from my dad's guitar player friend who had a bunch of gear, so that was just a big foray into figuring out how to use microphones to make sounds, and there was a lot of trial and error, and we made a full length called Let's Break Their Arms at the end of that year. It was it's not on the internet anymore.
Why not?
Actually, this is a question for Logan. This is a question for him.
Oh, it's so bad. You don't want to hear it. I know you've heard it, but you don't want to hear it again. No one wants to hear that shit.
Do you still have a copy in existence?
I still have your entire discography up to what is.
We got to do something
I
about
keep
that.
everything, dude.
at times I'm in distress. I'm as able as I ever was and haven't lost the iota of my wit. You need to hold my hand. I don't come back and out. I promise I won't happen again. What do you mean that's news to me? Who the hell said can't try answers when? Hey, how is my keys? To one ear and out the other. Freedom's gone away. Let's put my house on the market and sell my shit. Apparently I'm no longer fit. So I act like a kid. But my vision is great. La 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 la. Breaking the patterns for the first time over and over again. I won't let you take my freedom away. No doubt, but I'm take. Right, that's level right. It's in a box show of my percent. Sell my shit. I don't need any of it. Apparently I'm not like that. Sell my shit. I can't have any right now. Sell my shit. Sell my shit. I don't call in no cards. Price won't happen again.
The very first band name we ever had, him and I, was This Is Noise.
Straight up ripped off from Rise Against.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're like, well, we can't do that. And then it became Noise. And then we tried to be like an acronym name, like AFI. And then we had like a couple different like 3-letter acronyms that were like, we could do this. And then it just never fucking panned out. And
We
then
are an acronym name, AMT.
We are now. But the name had to come first. The acronym has to come naturally after that.
Fair.
So I have to ask, what is your intention with the matching jumpsuits?
That's a good
Don't look
question.
at me.
Oh, okay.
Don't look at me.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. You
Chris
kinda look
wanted
at
the
me.
suits.
I wanted something. I wanted something that was unified. And it's
A visual identifier.
It is. It's a visual
Bring some
identifier,
cohesion.
but it was also kind of a double-edged sword because I didn't want it to come off like all these other bands that like are much more theatrical or wear suits, and then like masks. Obviously, that's so embedded into like what I love, obviously, but I never wanted it to be that in that vein. I wanted it to be its own like thing. Like I never saw it as like, I don't know, as something other than just like utilitarian and
Yeah.
and again like an identifying.
From a utilitarian
unified-
standpoint, I don't have to think about what I'm going to wear on stage.
That's what
I
I'm
just-
saying. Like it's easy and it is what it is, and it's seems to be memorable enough for people so far. They're like, oh, you're the suit you did with the suits and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, okay, there's something to that. Oh,
Yeah.
It's just optics.
Yeah, and we thought we'd change it up a little bit. And
Yeah, I think
like,
we're about-
with the paint splatter
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know. We tried that out.
I think
we might
we're
try a different iteration. of
We're
it
due
soon.
for a new iteration of that. Maybe something more refined, a little less like all over the place.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm back at home. Professions, I'll take a little bullied. I'm not from uncontrol. She left with the neighbors while the kids push me around. Alright. It's so sick. You're the same. Can't be through this language. Taking all the freedom in the world. Unsupervised. I've exhausted all my warning signs. What's this? It comes to be no surprise. Sometimes I pass on a sort of goes and turns. But I'm a guy inside contact. Rock out of fast in many ways. No more of that mine. Just wrapped out the answers right. That light and I have my hand in space. What do you think? I'm pretending. Taking a mirror game. Oh, he's just shy. But it's classic. That's how you go. They go. It's your lies. I've exhausted all my warning signs. Aside from until the sadness and all those interest, the days of content will manifest in many ways. The more fed mind, she's not talking as has right. But for she seems to resolve. Sweet things destined to the right, perfect that's advice.
So, John, here's one you can join in on now.
All right.
As a band, what are your shared influences?
That's a good question. What would you say? I don't know. What would you say our shared influences are? We've developed in shared influences since I joined.
Yeah.
At least I can only speak to that.
I feel like your like childhood influences, like Avenged Sevenfold and like
Yep.
Tool, they're like things that I like always appreciated, but never was like that into. So like there's that aspect of it, but also like you got me into Meshuggah because you made me go to that show that one time.
Yeah.
And now I'm making you learn Meshuggah riffs, basically.
It's awesome, but I shot myself in the foot on that
Yeah.
one. It's hard, but it's cool. It's really fun. I love it.
But I don't know. John's like always the one showing us fucking music.
Yeah,
like
I think so.
I feel like me and Chris never listen to music, and John's always like, "You guys got to check this
So
shit
I'm
out."
the only one in the band that listens to music.
Yeah.
pretty much.
And I don't write the music, so that might explain something.
And a lot of, again, like our maybe our closest link would just kind of be those like 90s 2000s. For you it was System, for me it was Slipknot, and for John it was Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
kind of like our youthful like little thing that probably got us into like fast aggressive music and wanting to just like
Would you consider that new metal? Was that new metal origins?
kind of.
consider
Yeah.
that new metal.
Yeah, and new. That's like a genre.
I know, John. God damn it!
I don't listen to music. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say so. And then, of course, stuff comes later on. There are some like math rocky bands that have been pretty influential on Logan, I'd say, like Terramellos and Paper Mice, another like legendary Chicago math rock band. And
Which they turned me on to, and I'm very grateful for that.
we're very adjacent to
Fantastic
that.
bands.
So I think in terms of what we are now, I think that would be more aligned with what we are now instead of how it began, I guess.
Yeah.
So, as far as your creative and writing process moving into a new album, what exactly does that entail?
So I write everything. These it just starts from riffs basically. Like I play guitar, like come up with weird riffs, and I try to throw them into songs. It's usually me like writing stuff out, like MIDI drums, and I'll like demo bass and guitar with it. Vocals always come last, which is why they kind of suck and it doesn't like fit in. But that's always like an afterthought. But yeah, it's like it's me that I get a demo together, send it to them, we work on it at practice, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he makes it too easy for us. It's just like it's one day just a finished demo appears of everything tracked and bass and drums and guitar and arrangement and vocals. It's like, oh shit.
I've kind of learned over time that you got to like get a demo that's like as close to the finished product as possible, and it just makes everything so much easier. Like they'll change up some stuff.
Yeah, there's always like a little bit of a natural like variance in what was originally put down, but it's like 97% there. I mean, when a demo comes along, it's like, yes, this is an A Mammoth Task song, and that's what it'll probably more or less sound like in its finished state.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
More or less, when should we be seeing the next A Mammoth Task record?
Very good question. We're gearing up to record
Yeah.
a few songs. We're not quite sure if it'll take the form of a few singles released or an EP. I think we're leaning in the shorter.
Yeah, I don't know if records are the thing anymore.
Yeah.
At least
yeah.
they
Short form content.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a record would take so long because these songs are really fucking hard and just hard to get. We want to like, if we're gonna record, we want it to be nailed down. Like we want to be able to perform it pretty much perfectly, or at least like 90% of the way there, and that just takes a long time. And it's like, is it worth waiting to have like a full record like 10 years or something like that? Like it just takes a long time, and it's just easier to like, or maybe it's like more. It keeps us in the loop more when it's just like stuff's coming out as fast as we can push them out.
And I think that lends to how we record it too, given that it's pretty much all live. I mean, the Joy EP was like dubbed, but the last two, Tasteless, the most recent one, and Deepfake, were all tracked live. We did vocals later on, but for the most part, just being able to nail it as a band in the room, like with live amps and with the whole thing, like it's just much more satisfying at the end of the day, and it's easier.
I feel like we're all on the same page that however we end up executing it in the recording, like we need to be at performance level locked in prior to hitting the studio.
Basically, if we can to be able to play it live or like record it, we would need to be able to like play it live essentially for the most part.
So to answer your question, probably within the next 6 months, maybe.
Yeah,
Ideally,
probably.
you'll hear at least one song.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
So,
will be
yeah.
released from it. Yeah.
That's the goal.